Hi. In this tutorial, we'll be discussing the mutuality of the therapeutic relationship. And when I talk about the therapeutic relationship, what I'm actually referring to is that one-on-one encounter or that one-on-one engagement that we have when we enter into relationship with another person for the purposes of affecting their health and healing. It's been referred to as the therapeutic relationship or the healing encounter or the therapeutic encounter, but really it is the experience that we have when we enter into a one-on-one relationship with another person. So the healing relationship is really premised on the fact that we all exist and know ourselves in the context of another person. Okay, from the moment we're conceived, we are in relationship with another person, and that person is our mother. That person, mother, is the mutual other to whom we are in relationship with. They are the very first person that we ever come to know ourselves as being a physical being, a spiritual being, an emotional being, as well as a mental being in the context of our very first relationship. Okay, as we go through life, of course, then our awareness of ourselves and our awareness of other changes, but certainly our understanding of who we are as human beings is very much reflected in the relationships that we have with other people. Okay, so mutuality in the healing relationship extends beyond the notion, though, of this concept that is being discussed quite widely in therapeutic literature at the moment, which is patient-centered care. Okay, but it includes patient-centered care. Patient-centered care is the recognition that the patient is at the centre of their experience. But when we talk about the mutuality of the healing experience, what we recognise is that the patient is certainly at the centre of their care, but us as practitioner or us as healer are in relationship with that other person, which requires then a certain level of awareness and understanding of ourselves and of the effect that we have on the other person when we enter into that relationship, as well as the effect that that other person will have on us because they've also entered into relationship with us. Okay, so when we enter into the therapeutic or the healing relationship with our clients, we've actually entered a mutual relationship whereby we each affect and transform each other because of the presence that we have in that relationship, or the fact that we are present in that relationship with another person. Okay, so in considering the healing relationship, we understand that relationship to be premised on the mutuality of the experience that the client has with us, as well as the experience that we have with the client as being other. Okay, so the emphasis is on the relationship, whether that be termed mutual relationship or whether that be termed healing relationship or therapeutic relationship, is really irregardless of the fact that that relationship is always mutual because there is more than one person present and engaged in that experience at that point in time. So relationships occur certainly in the context of the healing relationship within the context of our client's daily life. Okay, but it also includes the relationship that we have as practitioner with our client, where the client is certainly at the center of their experience and the center of the relationship, but also recognizes the potential for their health and how the potential for their health is reflected in their relationship with you and in your relationship with them. So acknowledgement of the mutuality of the healing relationship recognizes the transformative potential of your presence in that relationship as healer, not as all-knowing force, but as the mutual partner in health and healing, whereby the client can realize their full health potential by virtue of their relationship with you, okay, or by virtue of their relationship with whomever it is they're in healing partnership with. So the notion of mutuality incorporates the healing philosophy of the practitioner, what their experience from their disciplinary perspective brings to the table, as well as their theoretical knowledge and what that brings to the table, but it overlays the notion of being in a transformative mutual relationship with another person that extends beyond what we bring to the table in terms of our philosophical or our disciplinary underpinnings and understandings. So it looks at the whole or the totality of health as part of the life process, as part of the daily experience that our patients have, but also incorporates our experience, our daily experience, the things that we go through as practitioner in our own lives, and how that enters into the therapeutic relationship. But it also recognises the innate capacity that we have to affect the healing in another person, or to potentiate the healing in another person by virtue of our own presence. Okay, so mutuality recognises then that because we've entered into a mutual relationship or a mutual experience with another person, and that mutual experience or that mutual relationship has a transformative potential, both as we transform the other person, that other person also has a potential to transform and affect us. It recognises then that there is the need for the practitioner to take on the conditions of the other person's health and what they share with us in the context of their daily lives, but not to take that in. Okay, so because we're recognising that there is a mutuality in our experience with the other person, and that therefore is a transformative potential within the experience that we have with the other person, we also need to recognise that there is the potential for us to take that stuff into our own being, into our own life, and to carry that stuff in our life and in our experience. So that requires that we're really cognizant and mindful of the need for self-care in a mutual therapeutic relationship. Okay, so it also requires that we be responsible for our own physical health, our own psychological health, our own mental health and mental thought processes, as well as our own spiritual health, because all of those things come together in the totality of our full health and the context of our full health. And that's what we as practitioners bring to the table to effect change within the other person, so that they can realise their highest potential of health in relationship with you. Okay, so there's also the recognition that the mutuality of the healing relationship empowers the client to recognise that they are in health partnership. And the purpose is not to reduce the client's or the person's accountability for their own health, but to recognise that there is a transformative potential that is inherent to that healing relationship. And that then empowers the person to recognise that they're not alone in their journey of healing, that you are there with them, and can take then their attention away from that feeling of isolation and that feeling of sole accountability as they enter into partnership and a mutual partnership with another person who is their healer or their practitioner, for the purposes of engaging then their highest transformative potential for their own health and healing. Thank you.